Fox Business Alert. Folks, I'm watching the Dow Jones Industrials. It just hit a new session low, I believe, of 899 points down. Right now, we're down about 893. That is good for about 1.8%. S&P down 82, the NASDAQ down 300. There's the intraday. Yes, we are pretty much at session lows here. The Dow and the entire market hit by some uncertainty over the tariff situation, obviously. And we're seeing IBM, by the way, down 13.25%. The U.S. men's hockey team, they're up. They're not down. Now back in the USA, a photo finish Olympic Games in Cortina, Italy, where it captured its first gold medal in 46 years by beating Canada 2-1, with American Jack Hughes scoring the decisive goal in overtime, despite getting a few teeth knocked out. I'm sure there's a good orthodontist who can fix that. He's here with his very happy grin. Mazel tov to them. Joining us now with his medal-winning portfolio picks is Horizon Head of Research and Quantitative Strategies, Mike Dixon. Mike, you've got bronze, silver, and gold sectors. Let's get right to them.
Yeah, sounds good, Liz, and thanks for having me. Well, let me just go ahead and kick it off with domestic small caps as one of my favorite plays for the year, and maybe not a sector in a traditional sense, but a really great way to play cyclical exposure here in the U.S. And we've had a really strong increase in earnings momentum there, where you're looking at 14 to 15% earnings growth on a one-year basis. This is significantly higher than what we've had in the past. We also have lower level of interest rates, as well as strong nominal GDP growth and some other domestic-focused policies and catalysts. I really like this space, overall heading into this year. And I think investors also need to be aware of the size discrepancies that we have in the markets, where there's 3 companies in the S&P right now trading that are over $3.5 trillion. And when you look at the entire Russell 2000, that entire market is not even $3.5 trillion. So it doesn't take much of a rotation from some of those mega caps into that market for a real sustained rally, I think, that's going to be durable for the year.
You give the regional banks a silver, and you got the bronze for AI infrastructure. AI is a tricky trade lately. And, of course, we're getting NVIDIA earnings after the bell on Wednesday. The CEO, Jensen Huang, will be joining us here on the Claman Countdown Thursday. But you're going for the gold, at least there.
Yeah, and you're right on the AI trade has been tricky. We have seen a lot of weakness there, and I think one of the things that's happening is we're seeing this baton handoff from a lot of the AI hyperscalers to, I think, the really great way and pure play to play AI this year is moving from the code to the concrete. It's more of this AI infrastructure play, which spans several different sectors. Right, we've got capital goods and machinery. You've got electrical equipment. You've got utilities, linked to power expansion and grid build out, so that's a broad sector composition that really doesn't exist in the traditional sense, of classifying sectors. But I think that is the way to play the AI trade this year. I give it a bronze simply because a lot of those have already done very well, over the last 12 to 18 months. Sure. But a lot of this CapEx that we've seen, that has to flow through that channel. And I think that still has, quite a bit of ways to run as a result. And people just looking to move on from a hyperscaler only AI trade and look to a broadening out in the rest of the market. I think that's where you're going to find it.
I like how you said from code to concrete. So that's your play there. Mike, we've got a lot of volatility today. In fact, we've got the VIX. Actually, it's off its highs, but no, now it's up about 12% above 21. Best way to play volatility, you got about 30 seconds.
Yeah, look, I think what we have longer term as we look out this year is we have a lot of reasons to be bullish with an expanding economy. And so I think I would take volatility opportunities as a chance to buy pullbacks in a lot of these expressions that I've just mentioned, some of these cyclical oriented exposures. And I think any weakness you see on some of those names in volatility, events like this are a great way to kind of load up and play that more strategically as a hold for the year.
Mike, it's good to see you. Thank you for your gold, silver, and bronze medal sector picks.